Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm Will, and we are here with some Genshin Impact. This 6.0 update has finally come, and you know what that means? A whole new area for us to explore. I know next to nothing about this other than, obviously, a new area. I completely limited myself on what I was going to, see in terms of what the new content is, just because unfortunately, I feel like the new content as of late has kind of been really lacking for like a while now, and I'm hoping this new area will help turn it back around. So I just wanted to be surprised with as much as I could with it. So yeah, other than like vaguely seeing some characters, I don't really know much about it. And obviously, it's the next area is supposed to be Snezhnaya, like the ice zone. So oh, I love when they put text over text. Great job. All right, starting strong, guys. Oh, that's a new logo. Oh, oh, whoa, hello. What are you? Was that a quick? What is this? Oh, wait, what the heck? Why are these all unlocked? Okay, I don't know why that was unlocked. Okay, is this the event screen, or these are the new characters? Okay. Dendro. Oh my god, when was the last time we had a Dendro character? It feels like it's been a while. Yeah, this is like a totally new format for them to do this. So this looks like a lot of the usual event stuff, but like in a newer format. Did they completely redo how they did this? First view. Okay, wait, what's this? Oh, they finally did this. Okay, this is something I've been wanting them to do, where it's like, if they have trailers or like cutscenes on their YouTube channel, put them in the game somehow. Okay. Okay, it's showing off quite a few characters. Okay, less snowy than I thought. Oh. Okay. So I guess... Wait, are we even going to Snezhnaya? Like, honestly, the last few updates have been such a jumble that, like, I don't even know. I know that we met, what's-her-face, the robot, and we were doing stuff with her. And it's like, okay. It just kind of felt like, okay, here's this new character, and it's super important lore to dragons. Oh, okay. Usually it feels like it leads into the next area, but it kind of didn't feel like it was leading into the next area. It just kind of felt like, it's kind of like you're watching an anime, and then here's an anime movie that has, like, it has implications in the main story, but it's kind of just, like, hard left. And it's just like, oh, well, I'm not too sure about how it plays in directly. So it looks like we're gonna be following along and going with the robot more, seemingly. Which I don't know if that does actually lead back to Snezhnaya fully. Okay, map. Where is this located? Oh, oh, it's up in that direction. Okay. Alright. Really, I don't know where I thought it was going to be, but I did not think it was gonna be there. I thought it was either gonna be way south or way north, but like it's on the same level as this. Or maybe it's an in-between country? Although I don't know, there's only 7 nations, so what nation is this? Alright, well, we did all that. Shop, we haven't been in a while. Okay, we're all good there. Wishes, I guess? Yeah, I know nothing about her. Oh, whoa, hello, what's this? Oh, cool, alright. Oh my god, we don't have him! Okay, we're gonna go for a character that we do not already have. Hell yeah. Sweet. Okay, I love it when there's actual characters on these that we do not already have. Alright, let's do this. It's been a minute since we've pulled anything in here, like, at all. Nothing. Wow. Completely nothing. Okay, well, that sucks. Let us...
Livonia.
Story.
It's with you next time.
Right, one day. Second day. That's 7. Could really check events and see how that's formatted now that we have that other format. Actually, I don't know what I'm gonna probably check where it is on the map. Probably way easier.
My flame has been extinguished.
One shot, one kill. Took him out.
Excellent.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, what? Where is... Oh, it's up there. Wow, how did I miss that? That's in, like, a main area.
I have taught you everything I know.
Oh, it's like in the main area. Oh, okay. Alright, let's go see what the hell is going on. Because, yeah, like I said, this whole area, like, yes, there was, like a story throughout, but it felt very jumbled a lot of the time and all over the place. And then, when she was introduced in the last update, it just kind of felt like a hard right turn. It was just like, what is this game? Honestly, I think it would have been cool if they introduced her either at the beginning or halfway through, us being here, and a lot of the story here would have been helping her get her memories back at the same time as we were doing the other stuff here. I think that would have been cooler to do. But it seems very much so they're writing it chapter by chapter.
That is perfectly all right.
It does not feel like
My
they have a
data
long-term
indicates
plan.
Clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over. Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you? No chance. Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the preparations.
Yeah, this feels like this should have been at the end of the last chapter. What the frick?
And most importantly,
Ay,
how dare you try and slip away without first paying your
I don't
respects?
A
know.
little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Nodcry. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
Oh yeah, not cry. Alright. I remember now. I'm sorry. A lot of what happened in the last chapter was just kind of like I was following it, but not super closely, and it's just like, okay, I guess we're going to Nodcry instead of Snezhnaya. For some reason.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours? Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there already. Shaska, Ian-san, Auroron, even the Pyro Archon
Of
herself.
course. That's how I roll.
You're invited too, Anufa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massages too? Or is it just that Shilonen really knows how you're wired?
Alright, enough with the chit chat. Let's head to the venue.
Woohoo! Party time! Spit it out then.
They've set off.
Just as my calculations projected. About time I met this variable in person. You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. The next chapter of our adventure has begun. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Notcry. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes
Oh,
sense.
wait, what?
What about you,
I did
Annette?
not select anything there.
Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the moment you felt like you'd left Nodcry?
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean, that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Here we are. Paimon, Traveler, we have arrived in Notcry.
Oh, wow!
It's weird we've never heard... I don't think we've ever really
Paimon,
heard of this nation.
Traveler, welcome to Notcry.
Okay. Obviously very robotics heavy.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
Asha Town and Nodcry.
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub in all of Notcry.
Oh, sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties! Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Lumine and I first arrived in Teyvat.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't think they've ever mentioned a ship before until very recently. Because, like, when we first saw them, they were literally just flying through the ether with their wings. So I just thought that's how they got through each area. But apparently, no, they had a spaceship this whole time, and it's just like... This is what I mean, where it feels like they're just, like, kind of writing stuff in chapter by chapter. Where it's like, they might have a very end goal of what the game is, but, like, everything in between is just kind of getting filled in. And then shit like this, which probably should have been mentioned at any point in the last 5 years, just wasn't mentioned, and I'm just like, why? What?
Oh, well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Lumine waking me up and us leaving the ship.
The fact is, you remember that you came here in a ship, in which you never mentioned as well.
But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Oh, dude, that's how they can build robots and shit here. Because they had your spaceship and they reverse engineered some stuff from it and got way more advanced technology.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
Kuva, what now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Notcry, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy.
Primordial elemental.
That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Notcry. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki?
So at this point, I've already brought up the anime before, but it's like, it's been years at this point and we haven't really heard anything from it. I'm wondering if they're gonna wait for the game to be done before they even release the anime, so that they can actually write a more coherent story.
Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still remember where it landed?
Near the beach. That was a few hundred years ago.
Notcry is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline.
Yeah, and it's weird, like, have we ever heard of like, there's 7 nations, and I always just assumed all lands were somewhere within those 7 nations. But then sometimes you'll hear about a place where it's, like, vague, like the desert without wind and stuff like that, where it's like, where the fuck's that located?
Negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail to pinpoint target location.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. After all, it's been a really long time. Let's just do what we've always done, and keep searching as we explore. Besides, what have you got to fear with your sidekick Paimon still here?
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing that your spaceship's here in Notcry surely counts as a big step forward, huh?
Like we've crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner, Inefa.
Is it though?
Well, as the best guide in the whole of Teyvat, Paimon hereby does solemnly declare, Notcry, here we come!
Alright. We already got a bunch of shit. Oh my gosh. Right. Okay, yeah, that movie learned. Okay, so yeah, they already explained what the element for this area is gonna be. It's just gonna be like the primordial sea style of energy, which is like, we haven't even gotten ice yet. Once again, they just give us like a bunch of nothing. Time remaining 13 days. Why so short? Okay, let's see event.
I
Oh, whoa, hello! That is also new. Wow.
do. Worry about
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
the well-being of my retinue during my to
Okay, so we got that.
I creep.
They're giving us all of this stuff immediately. Okay.
I know.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Another universe.
I'm sorry, hold on. What?
Found it.
Why is that still here? Oh, it's just the exploration part. Oh, okay. I thought that it was still doing summertime event. I was like, what?
I know. Present.
Okay, so we get her for free. She's a new character. I like the horns. She's a cool, fun design. I forgot they put in a music thing because they gave it to us and then we've never really done anything with it. That. Ooh, okay. That's what a new enemy looks like. Alright, that's also exploration. This is the main story. A lot of characters, like a lot, being introduced. Leaves us there.
Official. And the princess and
Wow, so yeah, they're giving us like a lot of events happening right off rip. Alright. Yes, maybe. Awesome, internet. Cool. Around this time every single day, it's always... And this is like a whole new thing. Okay, what the hell this one? Like, obviously, it looks like we are using old places for this one, so that's pretty cool. Alright, hold on, guys. I have to check something. Oh, it's paused. I always have to make sure that all downloads are paused because it can mess up my bitrate. But yeah, that doesn't really seem to matter because bitrate is still chugging super slowly.
Gotta be quicker, or I'll start falling behind.
Alright, we good? Like, we're going back up. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, wow. Same items we found for the last 5 years that we absolutely do not use on anything ever. Cool. Innovation, guys. That's what I love seeing. Oh. Dang. Actually, yeah, what will the Statue of the Seven be here then? Like, what's like the major waypoint gonna be?
mysterious name.
Oh, Luna Sigil. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I guess it's just a chest of some sort, and it just gives us money, which is, like, useless. When will be the day where we actually use gold to put into a currency that we actually use? That would be sick. Ellie? Oh, are we starting a business? Is this Yakuza Like a Dragon business simulator all over again, guys? That is going to be my go-to business simulator reference. Called the steroid.
Care for a dance?
I forgot to do that. I wasn't expecting a literal fight immediately.
As one with wind and cloud.
Okay, wasn't really getting healed there at any point.
Dance with me! Royal decree! The show's only just begun.
Time to go. Fallen
Not
leaves,
done yet.
adorn my night. Time for retribution. Where did
No! What? Wait, what hurt us?
Reveal thyself.
False.
Yeah, we need to find a statue of the Seven. Although, she's from the Desert People, which was with the, what's-her-face, Nahida, and all of her stuff. So, is this supposed to be an extension of their country, maybe? Got some new stuff. Form a crystal. Let's just go to the main point. I was trying to like not go there because of our bitrate being all over the place, but it seems more stable now. Dude, it's the same time every single fucking day. When it hits a certain time every day, my internet just drops like a fucking rock every single time. It's just like, why? That is not normal.
Huh.
Go.
It just occurred to Paimon. If we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about Nodcry, wouldn't it make sense to drop by the Adventurers Guild?
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road, and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Teyvat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy, floating around in the air like that.
That is a kuhenki, a species unique to the land of Nodcry.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do with the moon, too?
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading those who walk in the moonlight's glow to things of great importance.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although Nodcry lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 archons did not exist at that time.
Wow! So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess. The Frostmoon Scions carved these as well.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Yeah, it's going okay. We're getting into the latest updates. Just to see what kind of stuff they're doing, but it just looks like more of the same, unfortunately. But hey, we're still super early, so hopefully we get some interesting story stuff going on. Wow, more mints. Crazy.
Is this a travel guide? Huh. It actually led us to something useful.
Oh, nice.
Are there any particular points of interest?
Oh, it all looks pretty interesting to Paimon. If we have time, she'd love to see, pretty much everything.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty. From there, we will be able to identify both the Adventurers Guild and several must-visit specialty stores.
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, Inefa's gonna put her out of a job?
So I feel like Inefa might be that specialty character. You know how each region kind of has a specialty character that has like their own little side story alongside the main story? I feel like that's what she's gonna be for us. Although they got some nice music going so far. Nice. We need to find the first point. Yeah, like, what are the Oculums here gonna be? Is it gonna be for Snezhnaya because they're on the border with them? Or is it gonna be another nation? Or just completely unique onto their own? Frick, where'd it go? Oh, that's it? Holy shit. Those look way different. Oh, I guess these ones go to, like, the moon goddess, then, that he was talking about. Okay, that's cool. We haven't really heard much about, like, any of the other gods, other than the 7, and then the, Sure. Weird way to start that, bud, but sure. There's, yeah, they haven't really talked too much about, like, heavenly principles, and then the 7 archons, and then there were also the dragons. We haven't heard too much about, like more, like, local regional gods. Those are a lot more rare to come across. Because most of them were, like, wiped out during the Archon War. Oh, hey, yeah, these guys. Well, looks like they got people from, like, all the different areas, it seems like. Or at least we've seen 2 different... Well, 3 if we count the people from here. People. Alright, well. Literally, if I just walked forward, I would have found one. Alright. Alright, let us check that. There's a bunch of TVs around. That's like the whole gimmick here. Is that a shopkeeper? Alright, what do they got? Okay, just the usual vegetables, milk, all that. Okay. Wow, they're really nailing that music. Nothing really happening there. Oh, that's the point up there that we need to get to. And yeah, now that we know what the oculum looks like, since it does look quite a bit different. Yeah, I saw it and I thought that was somehow tied into the spirits flying around, rather than it being an oculum. Hello? Here, alright. Alright, there we go. Jump pad. It kind of feels like it's combining a bunch of things that all the other... Yeah, this area feels like it's combining all the previous stuff from previous zones. Even though there was a little bit of overlap here and there with some stuff. One second, everyone. I gotta do something. Wow, look at that. An asshole trying to sell shit here. Crazy. That's a ban.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Zip line, it kind of seems like.
Better than nothing.
I disagree. It's not better than nothing. Nothing would have actually been interesting because it would have been slightly different than everything else we've always got. Alright. Okay, or not. There we go. Fell right into it. Pancaked right on there. Kabam.
Wow! Nasha Town actually looks pretty big from here. Feels a bit different than Paimon imagined, though.
Which aspects in particular deviated from your expectations?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Nodcry as an adventurer's paradise. So, she kind of thought it'd be a bit more... picture perfect somehow?
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Notcry's past, the Age of the Fae. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told
That's
today.
us. We're those
One of
characters.
the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fae. This individual performed many good deeds for Nodcry. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory. But then, one day,
Not only are we those guys, we're also those guys that other guys think are other guys, but we're actually those guys as well. Because of time travel and us living for forever and always constantly interfering with everything here. Crazy.
What happened?
there came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nodcry, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps.
An irony?
Today, no official authority governs Nodcry. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish, and become whoever they want to be.
Roll.
The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's Central Plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over there? You know, the biggest, tallest one.
That is Aino's Boom and Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be malfunctioning, likely due to a recent discharge.
The wild hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to Nodcry?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare children. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? Those are the cries of a young woman being dragged away.
You're saying people actually hear things like that?
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer. But the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
Huh. When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she repair you, but she's even built a giant cannon to keep the wild hunt at bay.
Absolutely. Aino is very impressive indeed. Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over to the flagship.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Barca waiting. Well, Paimon's not sure if he'll actually show up at the bar this early. You're right about that.
And we got Kodak. Okay. Guess seems like the only place with a massive sign. Okay, that's gonna be a thing. Oh, yep. Okay, now we can just go straight up spirit form. Cool. Good lord, that is a lot of points in such a small area. That's crazy. Okay, so it's gonna be a multi-island thingy. Well, we got that, and that unlocks the map, obviously. Massively helpful. What do we do? What do we do? What? Ooh. Ooh. I don't get this. It's like laying this track like we're supposed to follow it, but I don't think we are. I'm not gonna make it, but it's got a jump pad right there, so I think that's what we're supposed to do. Hello, Jesus, jump. There we go. He was not jumping at all. For some reason, he was like stuck on the lip of that, which is really weird because it's just a square.
Huh. Isn't this the Adventurers Guild? Why isn't anyone here? Does that mean that Catherine and Nodcry actually gets to clock out? Anyway, let's come back later.
Ooh, yay. Okay, we got food stuff. What do we got here? What is the food specialty? Kind of nondescript Western hot dog. It's literally a hot dog. Alright. We got some wiener schnitzel. We got some hot dog. We got some burgers. Possibly some pizza. Well, at least we got that. The seedy underbelly. Let's get into a bar brawl. And then get arrested for fist fighting with someone.
Here we
and then
are,
start questioning
the
that you
flagship.
thought this was America.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right? Let's see.
No matches. I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never did actually say we'd be arriving today. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is true, Varka's drinking prowess must have left quite the impression.
Stop saying if it's something impressive. He's an alcoholic, Paimon. You need to stop enabling him. Oh, whoa, we got a lot of chests here. Hello. Well, then there's got to be some sort of competition here.
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Ineffa.
Hello there, Demyon.
You know each other?
Of course! Ineffa's a regular here at the flagship.
So, robots are into booze too?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has Aino's approval too.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natlan, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly on account of being so hung up about Ineffa being gone.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Ineffa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. Think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natlan, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and Paimon, yes?
Yep, that's us. So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of Varka's too.
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprising how.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi. That's quite far from here.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nodcry. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern. He is the Grand Master, after all.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Whoa! That's so generous of him! We might not have met yet, but Paimon's got a feeling that we'll get along with Varka like a house on fire.
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Ineffa. That was prepaid as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use this time to go pick up some components that Aino asked me to bring back.
Sure thing. Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for a stroll ourselves. Why don't we meet up again later?
Oh. So you no longer require navigational assistance?
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move on. Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and lodging for us, huh? But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? Though, to be perfectly honest, that feels right at home with everything else we've seen of Nasha Town. You mean it's got something to do with Nodcry's history? Oh, that makes sense. But what exactly was this calamity? Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting hungrier and hungrier every time someone mentions it. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon wasn't watching where she was going.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the middle of a hallway.
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz, but please, just call me Flintz.
Whoa, that's an impressively long name for sure.
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past. Would I be correct then to assume that the two of you are travelers in this land?
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We've been to a bunch of nations already, but we only just arrived in Notcry today.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare.
Oh, so you're here for business?
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Nodcry, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Burial ground?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones and decay. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth. That then is why we are stationed by the burial grounds, to hold the line where it is most vulnerable.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh, sounds like a tough job.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In fact, I like to think it rather suits me. If anything, I'd say I prefer the peace and quiet of a graveyard to the hustle and bustle of urban life.
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she is still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing, she'd be too scared to fall asleep at night.
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. But even when they do, they're usually far more discreet than the living. Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Must have a lot in common, huh? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you'll understand, a lanternless Ratnik is like a mapless traveler. A serious conundrum indeed.
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't keep you any longer.
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another time. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much needed light to that place of final rest.
Right. Well, if we get the chance.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you by the graveside.
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be all that time he spent around graveyards. His lantern? No, not really. You mean, 'cause it was broken? Huh. Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next time we cross paths. Hey, don't you start spouting all that weird stuff too.
hoping we were gonna move away from the wild hunt
Paimon
stuff.
almost forgot something super important.
Is like we spent majority of the last year dealing with wild. Like, okay. Like, it was a cool concept, but like they just didn't ever do anything explicitly like super fun or cool with them. It was just like, oh, watch out, the wild hunt, for like a year straight. And it was just like, okay. And then we'd go in and do a fight, and it would just be a boss fight, and it'd be like, oh, this is a crazy war. Is it? I kind of just see me fighting, and most of the time everyone else doing nothing. Like, again, it's a matter of show don't tell kind of situations that they just completely did not do whatsoever. It doesn't count as a war if one person fights a handful of enemies that are the same enemies who've been fighting for the last 6 years. So, I was hoping we were just going to move past that and get to something more interesting, but it seems like the wild hunt is still going to be a thing that persists, unfortunately.
Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat?
Hey, you remember that thing that was super underwhelming that you had to deal with for the past year? Here's more of it! The wild hunt is going to be the fucking clone saga of Genshin Impact.
But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait, free food? Wow, the people here are so nice! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super curious what their food tastes like.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were travelers?
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings.
Oh, no.
You are no ordinary guests, it seems.
The birds and the... what now?
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by, accept today's boon.
Happy to oblige. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food with us. We'll take one each.
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that partaking of them may lift your spirits to heights anew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you, but wouldn't you want to keep those for yourselves?
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar, not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for lost hunters. For it is the blade of the starving that darkness most easily corrupts. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. We believe that together, virtue and compassion are the shining light that will lead us all out of the long, dark night. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into Nodcry, driven by greed, and greed alone, more than ever before, we must all unite under the banner of virtue.
Okay, so far there's just... Let's see.
Look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions. Got enough for us too.
And what next? Are you gonna take the opportunity to not kick a baby? Ha ha ha! War stereotypical villains!
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over here!
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces?
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now. We'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those who stumble in ignorance.
Come again?
Let me finish. But But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat? Who wants to eat this garbage?
Those stooges really are the worst.
Ever since they came to Nodcry with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably at the top of their blacklist by now.
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions, I thank you for the goodwill you have shown us. Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help. Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, for a weary traveler far from home, what better respite than to bathe in the moonlight? You will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave. The place. May we meet again in the moon's gentle glow.
These are delicious! So refreshingly fresh! Those two Fatui wouldn't know a good thing if it came up and bit them on the shoulder. Looks like Inefa isn't done with her shopping yet, and the Adventurers Guild is still empty. Where should we head next? Good idea! Wouldn't want to let the Kuhenki down, after all. Let's see. Okay, Paimon's got our route all figured out. So, all that's left to say is, don't fall behind. This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but there's a crafting bench too. This is the Speranza, one of the travel guide's recommended restaurants. All the waiters here are kids. This is the Vesnitsi Prolegia greenhouse. Apparently, their flowers are all made of metal, so they'll never wilt away. And this is the Rossum Workshop. If you ever need a weapon made, this is the place to go. And over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. Whoa! Take a look at that! You can see really far out into the distance.
Did you just describe? Did you just describe an observation deck?
That way's north, and that looks like something built by the Fatui? And then over there to the west, that must be the place Lauma mentioned, where the Frost Moon Scions live. So, what'd you think? Even if Inefa kinda stole her limelight earlier, this just goes to prove that Paimon's own tour guiding skills aren't too shabby either, right? She sure is! It'd take hundreds of years of practice to beat the best tour guide in all of Teyvat. Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now! There's already a line forming outside! Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship! Oh, or was there anywhere else you wanted to stop by first? Where? Which one are you... Oh. Now you mention it, Paimon's noticed it too. Ugh. Better not be who she thinks it is. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Either the Adventurers Guild, or that suspicious-looking shop.
Only been 6 years, but I still need to hold your hand and treat you like a fucking moron. Because this is the first time you've ever played video game. 6 years in. Brother and God, man. Alright. Okay, this other one's like way out there. Oh, yo! That makes sense, and that's cool.
Please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the great Lord Sangama Bay your first port of call. Oh dear. So it is the real deal.
See, that's cool that they're doing this. Alright, cool. So, if you guys don't remember, Dory is a merchant that we met in another nation, and she's supposed to be like a whole big like deal of a merchant that travels around. And it's been 2 years since she's been introduced, and this is the first time we've like actually ran into her actually doing business outside of her home country, despite her allegedly being like this big business person that travels all over. All right.
Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 110% real, meaning every one of my deals is as real as a deal can... Wait a minute. Well, if it isn't my two most valued clients. And with no small thanks to your munificent patronage. Come. How could you just sneak into Not Cry like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier, I would have made an absolute pulled out all the stops to ensure that your boat ride over was as comfortable as humanly possible. Thank the archons we didn't tell you. Oh, come now. You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously above board I am when it comes to doing business. Well, regardless of whether that's true or not, the main issue here is that we had no idea you had a branch in Not Cry. A clever merchant always has a backup plan, or two, or three up their sleeves. As the saying goes, a rabbit with many burrows fears not the hunter's arrows. A merchant with stores galore hears no debtors at the door. Since you're both here in Not Cry, would you care for some of my finest local souvenirs? Whatever you're looking for, I have it. Or if it's Sumeru you're missing, I've got that covered too. We literally just arrived! Do we look like we're on the hunt for tourist trinkets to take back for our friends? My, your high-minded tastes never cease to impress. In that case, I know just the thing. You must be on the hunt for something like this? What's that? Your hat? Information, of course. Information about Not Cry, locked securely in the otherwise impenetrable vaults of the Lord Sangama Bay's brilliant mind. I knew it! I just knew you'd appreciate the value of my wares. On the back of all our pleasant dealings in the past, I'll even take a hit by throwing in some insider info for free. Wow. You sure are feeling uncharacteristically generous today. What do you mean by uncharacteristically? I'm the most generous person forget it. Anyway, the long and the short of it is this. The moment I set up shop in Not Cry, it struck me how many different factions there were, all competing against each other for power and influence. Well, as they say, there's no time for business like a crisis. Things got even more turbulent after the Fatui pulled down 2 ancient moons' remnants. People began to catch a whiff of the coming chaos. And the more troubled the waters, the greater the potential profit. Not at all sorry to interrupt, but we're not here for Mora. Oh, really? But surely it was the tales of an adventurer's paradise that brought you here. The chance to take your very own slice of all the latest and greatest business opportunities? In that case, what would you like to know about? bunch of booze-loving monsters? Ugh, don't even get me started. As fellow Outlanders, I thought they'd be easy pickings, but somehow, every single one of our business negotiations wound up at the flagship. I've done plenty of deals with heavy drinkers before, but those guys? I never once made it to the contract signing before blacking out. I'm getting flashbacks of the HoYoverse just thinking about it.
Awesome. Meanwhile, Jean is worried sick about her dad. Cool. You're great parents.
Everyone knows they're here for the Ancient Moon's remnants, but no one's sure why they pulled them down in Nodcry of all places. Anyway, they've been acting mysterious enough, but if you ask me, that Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau of theirs up north hides secrets wilder still.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I almost forgot to mention. Sooner or later, you'll no doubt end up doing business with some other merchants in Nodcry. And someone's bound to mention a place called the Curatorium of Secrets. Listen to my advice. Do not, under any circumstances, go there, no matter how much trouble you're in.
The Curatorium of Secrets? What do they get up to there?
Just a place that handles all kinds of disputes. But the owner will charge you an absolute fortune, and she has a temper to match. Nothing like your friendly neighborhood Lord Sangama Bay.
You're not just saying that to stop your competition from undercutting you, right?
When did that little pipsqueak get so sharp? And after I gave them all that info for free just to win them over. What do you mean? Of course not. I'm only thinking about your wallets. I mean, on behalf of your wallets.
You're really not convincing anyone, you know.
All right. Business is a cutthroat business. I won't argue with that. But I'm not lying about that boss lady. Not only did she make it into my top 3 people not to mess with in Nodcry, she's also in my top 3 people most eager to trade in favors.
Seriously? It feels like you're just bad-mouthing your rival now.
Fine. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves. We might both be from Sumeru, but compared to hers, my conscience is so large, why, it could fill 3 whole palaces of Alcazar's array. But when you realize what I'm saying is true, don't say that good old Lord Sangama Bay didn't warn you.
Alright, well, we got Dory's shop here. Yeah, like I said, this place feels like it's just a hodgepodge combination of a bunch of other stuff. Which is just like... I don't know, on one hand, it's cool, but then on the other hand, it just feels like they were like, what are all loose threads and things that we could just cram into this one area before we actually get to the place where everybody wants to go? Cool, let's just do that. You know? Like, it doesn't feel like anything was actually planned. It just feels like, here's things we could put there that have been mysteries. Would it make sense for them to be there? Who knows? Who cares? Last time we heard... Well, not last time we heard, but one of the few times we heard, Jean's dad was in the fucking desert without wind and all that shit. How the hell did he end up here?
Better than nothing.
And why? Like, dude, it's been 6 years. I don't even remember what their original reasons were to go out on their, like, adventure. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're, like, changing up a bunch of stuff here for this update, finally. Again, only took you 6 years. Awesome.
Lucky us! The line seems to be gone now. Come on, let's go say hi to Catherine.
Catherine is
Hey,
here.
Catherine! We meet again!
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world, even when it is right beneath their very noses.
Oh my god.
Yet I had not expected to have the pleasure to witness such heights of absurdity firsthand.
It's another official.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person?
glance, you do seem a bit younger than Catherine. And you certainly sound a lot less friendly.
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond all pardon. Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A harbinger?
That kind of seems like a big problem, guys. You know, one of the front desk ladies that are at every single organization across every single continent all seems to be made by this one adversarial country, and nobody's ever mentioned that? Hello?
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side project at best. But we are in Nod Cry now, and as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet, I might just have to drop all this meaningless etiquette.
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod Cry lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled. We Fatui are simply establishing a new order.
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. So why don't you start by using your already limited processing capacity to calculate your even more limited
Okay, I can't wait
options.
until we defeat her. She's already very
And
annoying.
Being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just this once. Ad Astra Abasask. Welcome to Nod Cry, Dominion of the Fatui.
Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly self-righteous? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that can only mean one thing. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Paimon hates feeling like she's being watched. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
You're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us again, okay?
Wait, was she fucking with us, or did she mean it, like, literally when it came to Catherine? Wow, Catherine, for the 6th time, we meet again. It's been a year. We have yet to get even halfway to level 60. Alright. There's a lot of cool
Hello.
potential here, I see.
I was just about to start tracking your whereabouts.
Did you manage to get everything Aino asked for?
I did. What about you? Do you need me to navigate or introduce any more places around town?
Not for now. We've seen most of it already. We probably need some time to process everything we've learned, though.
Any progress with the spaceship?
No. Catherine came back just now, so we asked her, but even she hasn't heard a thing.
One possible explanation is the vast stretch of time that has elapsed. Additionally, given the limited resources available in Nod Cry, it is entirely plausible that the wreck was scrapped for parts, or even mistaken for a pile of broken machinery.
Aw.
Understood. In that case, why don't we go ask Aino together? After all, she was the one who salvaged me. Ancient dragon technology and all. If there really are any unusual parts floating around Notcry, there's a high chance they've passed through her hands at some point or another.
Good point. And since you keep mentioning her, we're curious to meet this whiz-kid mechanic too.
Understood. Then I'll handle navigation as before. ETA at the Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop. 34 minutes ahead of schedule.
There doesn't really, like, the nature looks interesting, but there's not too much of it, it seems like. A lot of just, like, empty areas. Let's see what this is.
Oh no! There's a little animal trapped over there! Let's go help it out! Huh? That's weird. Why isn't it responding?
The tides of Kuvaki affect everything in Notcry. So much so that many creatures have evolved a kind of dependency upon it, growing stronger or weaker as it waxes and wanes. This little animal must have been caught here unprepared.
So you're saying we need to use Kuvaki? Paimon will leave it to you guys then. Don't be scared! We'll get you out of there soon!
So many. Yeah, it kind of feels like we haven't done all of these things yet, but it feels like from the things that they have shown us, it's like, hey, do you remember all of the, like, special little things that each nation has? Well, we're combining all of them here in some way, shape, or form. It's crazy. And that. And we freed the bird. Crowd goes wild.
Off you go now, little one. Don't go getting yourself caught again.
Alright. Well, we got... Oh yeah, and there's also quite a few. We haven't even started to explore this island at all. Alright, we got there. We also got up here. We got 2 more statues of the moon. Yeah, some of them were pretty cool. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really interested to see how the characters here play, since Natland tried to do very different things with their characters when it came to, like, abilities that were also traversal. So we'll see if they keep that up here or not. Because like I said, I did not really look into much of the, like, live streams that happened for this game. I just wanted to be surprised about all of it. Alright, let us get this first. Also, I should probably check on the statue to see how many levels it has. Because I don't think it's going to have as many levels as, like, a regular area. This feels like a Dragon Spine situation, where it's like, it's a weird little section that's, like, got its own little level up system off on its own. I think we're going to run around and collect the other 2 big waypoints. Grab all of these. And there's one that looks like it's underground. Yeah, it's gotta be underground. Yeah, that's always step 1 for me too. God dang, 3 of them just in this little area. For those oculums. Crazy. Yeah. I just really hope that this story comes together a lot smoother in this area, despite it Like, the very concept of this area so far seems to be like it's a hodgepodge of other areas. Which, like, that can be interesting. But we shall see how it plays out. Alright, got that. Probably mark. Navigate me. Right there. Alright. Yeah, it's very weird. Like, obviously, because of all of the technology and everything being made out of metal and stuff, but in a very hodgepodge way, it feels like almost a dump. Like a dumping ground. Like, metals and technology. Honestly, I've just kind of fallen off when it comes to this story about the main character and his sibling. It's just been so very inconsistent over the years, where it's like, honestly, I don't even remember half of the story with them, just because they do, like, a story beat a year. And it's like, that's, like... Oh. Hello! That was sick. Ooh, okay. You got some, like, Doulahan-looking guys. Dudes with no heads.
No, my sword. Let me read you a verse.
Alright, we haven't fought too many creatures here yet. Oh, what the heck is that? What is that? It's like healing.
I stand against the long night.
This is gonna be like a whole other thing. God, there's just so many. We've barely been here exploring for like 30 minutes, and they've already given us like 12 different, like, new things that we need to learn and look into. Crazy. Although we probably need to get our ability. Or no, that won't come until later, probably. What am I saying? Okay, this guy feels like he's just permanently here.
Like the north wind.
Okay, it just kind of feels like this might be a permanent respawn area. Ah. Oh my god, I'm eating it today. Good lord. That's what happens when you don't play for a bit. Alright, we got a big guy now.
Witness the power of Gua.
Strike them down.
Alright, after this we'll look at the monsters in our guidebook to see what it has in there. Whoop.
By royal decree.
I stand against the long night and purge the darkness.
Oh, there we go. Big Chungus. These guys definitely look like they're inspired by the hollows from Zomersen Zero almost. Yeah, this is what I want to see. This is pretty cool. This is what I wish we saw out of the hunt, out of the whole last year. It was just like more interesting characters like that, instead of like the usual Abyss guys.
Strike them down. I stand against the long night and purge the darkness.
Oz, reveal thyself. Know my sword.
There we go. New item. Yeah, what is this guy? Hello. Oh, no, he's fading out. He's fading out. Okay, that dude was cool.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
Let's see what it says there. Because, yeah, that one dude with the lantern mentioned the hunt. But yeah, that's the... Man. I'm happy that they're putting in new characters here. But that's the kind of stuff I wanted to see over the whole last year when they've been just, like, obsessively talking about the hunt and we've been dealing with them. And the only people we were fighting were, like, the wolves and, like, some abyss people that we've already been fighting for, like, the last 6 years. It's like, if you're gonna introduce, like, this new well, not new concept, but if they're, like, really gonna dive into the hunt, they should have, like, had those guys on stack ready to go. Like, god dang, man. Although it did feel like the last area, like, the bad guys for the last area were just kind of, like, not bounty hunters, poachers, basically, were their vibes. Even though those guys didn't really come up, they were mainly talking about the hunt. And it's just like, and why? That's like having, like, regular bandits in ski masks, but then everyone's talking about the super powerful bad guys right over there off screen that we never see. And it's just like, bro, come on, man. Okay, we don't really have much going on there. Archives. We do not go into archives that often. Equipment. Yeah, I have not been keeping up with the boss fights either for a while. And yeah, this is another thing I want to see. I hope we get more Fatui. Or, more Fatui. Well, yeah, more Fatui, but more hilly trolls that are like this. That are, like, more advanced. We got these guys, which are pretty dope, but very rare for us to come across. The wolves. I'm so tired of the wolves. Oh, whoa, I do not remember this guy. Yeah, these knights were super cool, but there were not a lot of spots where we fought them. That was a big disappointment, where, like, these guys showed up and they were super dope. But we, like... What? Did we only fight them, like, maybe in 2 different spots? Here we go. Yeah, these are the guys I want to mess with. It's like, wait, like, come on. Oh no, it's a living sphere versus a giant muscle dude with, like, pulsing dark energy and a freaking battle axe. Like, I'll take the guy with the battle axe over dangerous sphere. Whoa. Oh my god, are they finally... Okay, are they finally giving us a bunch of new Fatui? Which, by the way, I have not checked this in a long time. Good lord. It's 6 years, and this is all that they have. And the last 3 were introduced, like, 2 years ago. It's crazy how Fatui is, like, the line throughout all the different countries of, like, oh, they're the bad guys and stuff like that. But there were so few enemy types. It's crazy. Although these 2 are, like, super lethal. And that's something we still need to do in the other area, is, like, find, like, those side bosses that are super difficult, and we still need to finish them out. And, yeah. There was that one capybara that would, like, one-shot you in a fight. That was ridiculous. We still need to do that. And it looks like we're still missing a guy there. Oh yeah. All the basic humans. Although the samurais were super cool, I give them that. And some of the desert people were really cool, because some of them could summon monsters. That was sick. But then... Yeah, these guys felt so... Like, here's the weird thing. Here's the guys in the desert. Some of them could summon these specialty monsters. That was super cool. But then you have these guys that are in a nation of, like, all these different monsters, and, like, none of them really summoned monsters or anything. Like, there would be monsters nearby or animals nearby that would help them, but you'd think that there would be more, like, oh, this character has this specific monster, like these guys. But it's like... The Fatui aren't inherently bad, but they've mainly been used as bad people throughout all of them. Like, Child is, like, more of like, he's our friend, but he's, like, uses his power for, like, ambiguously good, bad kind of stuff. But more often than not, they are seen as adversarial. Because it's like, all of these guys, at some point, we've met someone from their group, whether it's the bandits, the treasure hoarders, the samurai, or whatever. We've met someone in their group, and, like, we've helped them via a side quest. But as a whole, these are the bad guys, you know? Holy shit. Actually, I didn't even realize how many there were. Whoa. There were a lot of different kinds of these guys. I didn't even realize it. I thought it was just color swapping, honestly. I was not paying attention to that. Good lord. And then the fungus. I think those should not be in the fungus. Oh, dude, we're missing some. We're missing some animals. Crazy. Yeah, I need to go through, clear those up. Those two designs are super cool, but I honestly don't even remember fighting them. This dude with this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I swear to God, I've seen that. Wait, who am I missing? What the frick? Who am I missing? Dragon, whale. Shit. So yeah, it's someone in the last zone that we probably missed. Huh. Huh. Crazy. Anyway, walk down memory lane of all the bad guys we whooped their ass. Alright, let us get to the next statue. I'll put in what few oculums we have just to see, you know, where we are at with that. Honestly, I've been, like, pulling back on Genshin a lot over the last year. Whoa. Again, even more stuff. Okay, we got a mole. Cosmic gopher. Makes portals through reality. Oh, whoa. Ah.
Treasure hunting. A valiant endeavor.
Oh my god, everything here is just like another thing to learn. My god, there's so many. I feel crazy. There's so many things here for us to learn. And like I said, a lot of them are like repeats of old area mechanics, but still, there's so much. It's insane. Alright, let's do this. Boom. Then there's one more, which I'm assuming this is the island that will have like the big machine that the Futui are making. Yeah, I still need to get Niblet. He's a really cool guy. But honestly, well, the last year, unfortunately for me, I've kind of fallen off of this game a lot, and I need to, like, get back on it. But I'm just hoping that this new, event, not a new event, like this new, storyline really hooks me back in. So 20, yeah. Okay, so it's 20 per level. And we've already got more. Ooh, this area looks dope. Yeah, this is like a pretty well, not like small area, but like it's islands, so there's like a lot of space in between them. That's just like water. Okay, we've seen... Okay, that's all we do. Okay. That's the first time we took down one of those walls. Okay, got some shells. And we're not gonna fight them.
Time to act. Body and mind.
Got some throat singing almost, sounds like. Alright, where are you? Oh, you're... Ah, you're right there. Right. You have to figure out how to jump up there. At least seen anything down there. Ah, dang, yeah, there's like 3 on screen almost at any given point where you're standing. That's crazy. So many of them. Nope. Here we go. Alright, we're dipping out. We're going over to the other one. Alright, let us... Alright, let's go here, and then we'll head out up the northern pass. And see what's up there. Yeah, this is very unconventional. I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've done, like, a 0.0 update where it's not an actual, like, one of the 7 countries. Alright, let's check. Honestly, I have had the worst luck over the past year. It's insane. I've really not been getting, too many people. Actually, who was the last 5-star I got? I think it might have been Arlecchino, I think was the last 5-star I got. Yeah, and actually there have been a few characters we've gotten, and yeah, I haven't even... She came out, I got her, didn't really do anything with her. Same with him. This guy we actually got pretty recently, and still haven't done anything. It wasn't from that banner, it was from, Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I've been having, like, super bad luck for at least 6 months. And if I do get a 5-star, it's a 5-star of someone I already have. So it's just like, womp womp. It's been a few months, for sure. And it was like, I think I pulled Arlecchino on a banner that wasn't even her banner. It was like someone else's. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of the Natland characters I'd say I don't really have. Let's actually go to... There we go. Yeah. Just really haven't been pulling anyone. These seem pretty fun. He I actually did want to get, but I was super broke at the time. And then, yeah, as you can see... Her and him, I feel like were kind of gimmies. Because they were just 4 stars at the time. He was the last time I fully pulled someone. So that was like maybe 6 months ago that I actually pulled a newer 5-star. And then I pulled her a little bit later on someone else's banner. Yeah, Skirt goes wild. I love the characters that like are like real speed freaks and like are able to whip out a lot of damage super fast. Yeah, right now we're trying to actually get him on the specialty banner they have up, where if you pull a 5-star, you can trade it in for him, no matter who it is. But yeah, there's so many 5-stars that I still need to get. It's crazy. And I still have not got a single Archon. I have been playing this game since day 1, and I have still yet to pull a single Archon. Actually, that's what it was. Last time Shogun was on the banner, I was trying to get her, and that's how I pulled Arlecchino. I pulled Arlecchino, and I pulled one other 5-star. I think it was her. I pulled both of them before I pulled Raiden Shogun, despite it being her banner. I pulled 2 different 5-stars. Neither one was the actual person on the banner. That drives me crazy when they do that. I just wish that it was like, here's a banner where you can pull any character, and here's a specific character banner where if you get a 5-star, it will be this character. Which they have started doing, but it's with older 5-stars, so it's like, brother. I'm getting washed in this freaking game. And then... that. Alright. We'll just do a random pull. We've already done 2 pulls. Boom! Alright, characters we already got. Well, we got a 4 and 5, so that's good. And then we'll swap it in for him. Wait, am I not? Wait, I can't remember how this works. Only 5-star characters will be obtained from... yeah. Got 1 fate point. Frick. And then here, like that. That's a male. Womp womp. Once again. Alright. Let us head up towards that giant monstrosity. See what other creatures we run into. Oh, frick.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Let me read you a verse. Wind strike.
Reveal thyself. This soul fate befits not one of royal blood.
I still also need to finish getting Fischl all the way up. That's something I keep meaning to do, and I never do. At this point, it's literally been years of me trying to get her up. No, not yet. I don't think so.
I know. Present.
Yeah, you still have to go and do the quest for it. We are gonna do that eventually. Probably next time when we stream. We'll get into that. Although, I don't know. I don't really like any of the, the kid characters. Like, I haven't really found any of them that I like playing as. Like, Klee is, she was OP at one point. I don't know if she still is. But, like, most of them, I just don't really use in any comp. So it's like... got rock lasers. But who knows, maybe she'll be the exception. I haven't really looked into any of their playstyles, so... who knows? Alright, got a bunch of 2E. drones flying about. Just try to get to the point. Oh, we got ominous music. Alright, we're gonna ignore that. Good luck, buddy. Actually, wait, yeah, there's like a lot of water around. Shouldn't there be one of those nodes for us to get a boat? That would be useful. Yeah, I have, Barbara all the way up, and she also has a, well, she doesn't have full team revive. She has one character revive. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm dumb. Nope. Should have swam slower. That was on me. Okay, where the frick? Oh, we're not even in the most... Okay, I took the wrong turn, and I didn't even realize it. Good lord. Oh, hey, look, right up there. So when we get a key, we know where to go. Awesome. God dang, yeah, we took like the complete wrong path. What the frick? What the helly? Yeah, we could try to climb up it. Or we could just go around. This guy. Crazy. God dang, so many hot dogs. So much to do, so much to collect. We're just gonna follow the path through the giant crevasse. Not dealing with none of that. Just gonna keep on. Oh, bro, what? Got like force fields around stuff? Okay, this is way of a narrower path than I thought it was gonna be. I can't even climb that. What? Hell? Why can't I climb? Brother, how am I supposed to get over there? Okay, well, this is becoming annoying to explore.
Better than nothing.
Alright, we're going straight vertical. Gonna be a slow burn. Alright, almost there. Yeah, I know, but it's just like... Kind of a waste of time to swap over to the character, get to the top, and swap back to my comp. I need to figure out those. I think this is the direction. Yes. Ain't getting ominous. Not dealing with it. Just let me explore. Ooh, Kodak moment. Yeah, that's about right. It's always funny when you take a photo and it's like completely different weather conditions. Like it's raining, it looks like crap. To take the photo, bright, sunny, beautiful day, it's like, ah, yeah, I wish. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, way more people there than I thought. Alright. I haven't had to deal with traversing through long things of water in a while. Alright. Well, this seems... Okay, we're gonna swap. Hey. I am blind because I am not seeing... Wait. Oh, level 50. Alright, yeah. I still need to boost her up higher.
The breeze is restless today.
Oh man, she was dead? Yeah. Alright.
Take me up.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I was hoping that was gonna last a bit longer. Alright, we are... Well, we were able to make it halfway without using stamina, so that was that. Yoinks. Please let us climb and don't block us. Alright, we're good. Where's also Beto? We haven't seen her in a while. This seems like this would be like a place she'd come for like trade. We haven't seen her in a minute. Come on, man. Just let us tippy-toes it. Tippy-toes it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, we're clear. Let's get this frickin' checkpoint. Why are there's so many? Nope. I knew that was coming. Okay, I guess these are the new Fatui types, then.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
By royal decree.
Listen.
So
quiet.
No. No! Ow. Frick. Alright, well... Alright, let's deal with them. And they have a giant, like, Gatling gun robot. Okay, okay, that's a little funny. They have a giant Gatling gun robot that could mow down anyone and instantly kill them. And then right next to him is a robot with a chainsaw hand. One of those is way more deadly than the other.
No, my soul. Time to rain cutter.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Okay, those robots were actually pretty easy to take down. Now the frickin' Metal Gear's over here walking around. Just need to get this point. Yes! Now we're right next to the future Death Star, I'm assuming. The questions grow. What are the Fatui planning? Like, my position was always that it was gonna be, like, had to do something with, like, maybe taking down Celestia or something along those lines. Since Celestia's kind of been a dick to a lot of people, so... I'm wondering if that's the plan, but now that it's like, oh, this is the land where our spaceship was, that's making me think, oh, maybe they're trying to figure out a way to, like, open a portal or do, like, a teleportation thing to, like, another world, maybe. Well, maybe that's going on. That's cool. That's cool. They're taking one of the statues and, like, modifying it to actually look slightly different because the bad guys have it. That's cool. Alright, let's offer all. Jenny. Oh yeah, we also have to find the place that we turn in the sigils as well. We don't really have any of those, but we'll need to know that for the future. Alright, let's open up this chest. Jesus, the green chest. I have not went back to the Serenity Pot in literally a year.
Try out my illustrious name.
Alright, well, we got that. So, that's all I wanted to do, was a quick little jaunt to get those. Alright, back to the main city. But unfortunately, that is going to be it for today, guys, I think. I didn't do as much exploring as I was hoping for, because I was not expecting it to be another, like, island-based thing. I thought it was just going to be a big continent area. So, having to, like, traverse around little islands took a bit longer than I was hoping for. Although, hold on. Do we see any... No. That is so... That's one thing that's driving me crazy. It's like, okay, here's little islands. Cool, we have a boat that we, like, almost never use. Yet it doesn't look like they have any of those waypoints for the boat. It's like, brother, what? Come on. This is, like, the perfect opportunity to use that. You're like, even out here with these... Where was it? I'm pretty sure wasn't there a boat waypoint somewhere around here? Nope, not even in here. That's such a bummer where, like, they introduced that way earlier, but then, like, they never use it. Womp womp. I wish we could zoom out further. Okay, so the question is, let's see here. Where will Snezhnaya proper be? Is it going to be more to the north, which I think it will be because it's supposed to be wintry, or will it be over in this? No, it won't be over in this direction. This island's too close. It's got to be north. Yeah, I think it's got to be north. Weeks. All right. Well, that is it for today, guys. Have that. Yeah, that's it for today. Next time we play, we'll just hit the main story and just blast through that, see how far we get. And yeah, we'll do the usual. I don't think there's really any event that's super time gated.
I know.
40 days. 81 days? Brother, what? Okay, this one seems interesting, but that's also 40 days. We're definitely going to be finishing up the main story pretty quick. Yeah, nothing seems...
I know.
Yeah, everything's like 40 days long, so okay, there's nothing like super time restrictive. Except for maybe one of those. Nah, we're good, we're good. Okay, yeah, next time we're just gonna hit the main story. Once we get through that, then we'll start crossing off all the event stuff and side quest stuff. Yeah. Well, the next 2 days we are going to be getting into Dragon's Crown again, continuing on with that. It's been interesting. It started out super fun, and then it started to get questionable. So we're trying to make it through there. We're in a really weird, ambiguous spot where we're trying to collect some items, but, like, I'm having trouble getting them to trigger at the end of each level, so we're going to try to figure that out tomorrow. So the next 2 days is going to be Dragon's Crown. This weekend, we're going to get back into Spider-Man 2 and continue that on. We're at, I think, about 50% done with that game. I've been really loving it so far. And then, yeah, on Monday, Tuesday, we're going to get back into... Or actually, will it be Monday and Tuesday? Monday for sure. We're going to get back into Zone Ascend 0. We just finished up the main story, which I'm not really vibing with right now, just because they're kind of repeating a... like kind of a character story that they've already done 2 other times, and it's just like, bro. So we're gonna get back into there. We're gonna do some events and have some fun in there, and just chill out in there. And then I don't know, Wednesday or Tuesday, we'll see. One of those 2 days will be the next day that we play some more Genshin. Let you guys know, like always, links down below for my Blue Sky, my Twitter, and links over to my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. And yeah, let you guys know over on my social media which one of those days we're going to be playing Genshin, but it's going to be one of those 2 next week. And yeah, that's it for day 1,835 of streaming in a row. Thank you for coming out and hanging out, and I'll catch you all tomorrow with some Dragon's Crown. If not, I will see you guys next week with some more Genshin Impact, where we'll be continuing with some more of the main story and see where this goes. Hopefully we get to, like, really know some of these characters. Like, I'm always forgetting his name. Jean's dad, who's supposed to be here. Like some of the Teyvat warriors. Hopefully we get to see them and we get to meet them and, like, get to hear about what the hell has been going on for, like, the last 6 years that you've been out on this adventure that, like, we haven't really heard too much about. So that would be hopefully really cool. But yeah, that's it for today.